March 11th. Mrs. Ewing had an unplugged freezer on her back porch. She opened the door of it yesterday, and after gagging at the horrible smell that came out of it, she saw a tail and screamed. I covered my face and discovered that the tail was attached to a squirrel, a rotting one in a paper bag. Mrs. Ewing covered her mouth as well and told me that she's afraid of squirrels. When she sees them in her yard, she runs. "How did that thing get into my freezer?" she asked. "And in a bag!" Her son, Chester, who was in Vietnam and has nerve trouble, stepped out to complain about the odor and told his mother that he'd put the squirrel in the freezer, thinking she might want to cook it. Then he returned to his room and shut the door. Didn't even help clean up the mess. "I never cooked a squirrel in my life," Mrs. Ewing said after he'd gone. "Wouldn't know how to, wouldn't want to." We have painted her bedroom pink whisper with brown trim. Her idea. The dining room is a shade called Zest. March 15th. I worked late and the Kerwins invited me to join them for dinner. I said that I couldn't because I had Greek class. A lie, but I didn't know them well enough to eat with them. I should have said yes because I'm broke until Thursday and wound up having cream of wheat for dinner. March 17th. Dad called last night to ask if I wanted to go to Greece with him, Lisa and Paul. He's paying for the plane tickets and hotels. So, of course, I said yes. How could I not? They're all going for 2 weeks, but I think I'll stay longer. I figure I'll need at least $600. I'll also need to make accommodations for Neil, who's mine now completely. March 25th. Yesterday was Dougie's birthday, and he wore a cap with a Confederate flag on it to work. Here we are in a black neighborhood, already unwelcome. I don't get it. I'm surprised to learn that he's only 22, and not because he looks so young, but because he has a 3-year-old daughter who is in his ex-wife's custody. I've been told he married a wealthy woman for her money, which is hard to believe because he's such an ugly guy. To celebrate his birthday, Dougie went with Bobby and Tommy to a club called The Switch. They must have gotten really loaded, as the only one who came in today was Bobby, and he didn't show up until noon. There was a lump in his head, and he said that he got it when 2 bouncers took his watch and threw him out. He didn't seem angry about it, just resigned.